And as we had to change our relationship with consumers from acting like an automotive supplier to acting like a real consumer products company, we had to understand that that's where consumers are going to get their information about tires and about auto products, just like you find information about everything from refrigerators to car seats. So we had to change the way we talk to people about them if that's the kind of company we really wanted to be.
And also to realize at this point, with this data, these are the kind of backup statistics that helped us make the case within Goodyear for trying something new. So, overall objective. Now, there was another unique situation within Goodyear when Ed was talking about the premium tier tires. Most of the advertising dollars are focused on those premier tires, those premium level tires. The mid-tier, and particularly this tire, was going to get no advertising support. So the company was really looking for PR to be a driver of that and to reach these sites. So, but we looked at it, and based on that data of what they were consuming, we knew we'd have to hit the print media. But we also were opening up the opportunity here to talk to the web, to talk to bloggers, to go to video sharing sites. And then we also knew, because these are automotive enthusiasts, we also have to go to the broad traditional media, the automotive influencer radio shows, et cetera.
Yeah, think about, if you're representing a client, think about who is credible to the audience you're trying to reach. Okay, now we can come up and say, look, the people who are buying our products are reading blogs, they're looking at websites, they're going to podcasts, they're doing that kind of thing. We can sit here and say that's the way to go. It's a little bit harder. You'll find that there's a challenge when you then go to senior management who doesn't quite get that. They want to see a story in USA Today. It just misses the mark, though. But if this is the kind of product we have, it's the kind of market we're going to go after, you really have to know who is credible to the audience you're trying to reach. And that was really one of the reasons, in addition to not having any advertising commitment, that our senior management was much more willing to support the PR effort behind this.
Now, to Ed's point, oops, did I skip? No, okay. All right. Overall, and to Ed's point, the goal was to create, especially with this community that wanted to discover things on their own, is to create third-party endorsements, get and create those brand evangelists. Now, we've done that before. Oops, here we go. I'm going to get this eventually. All right, so raise product awareness. Obviously, we want them to buy the tire. We need to raise the product awareness with them. We want to position this as a performance tire that delivers that look that the tuners are looking for. And you have to understand, the other thing that we were looking at is, and we knew this from our MRI data, that while the tuner knew the Goodyear brand and the name resonated with them, they had really no connection to it because there was no product that they'd ever offered before to this community. So they had a favorable opinion of Goodyear, but it's not my tire. So we have to get them.
And that was, by the way, that was one of the elements that led us to playing in this space anyway, because we didn't have anything to offer them. We'd love to get them involved in the Goodyear brand, but we didn't have something for them. We had something for their dad, we had something for their uncle, we had something for their brother who drives the pickup. We didn't have anything for them, and that's what we needed.
Right, and so we needed to get those influencers. So the solution. We looked at a comprehensive campaign here where we looked at our media targets of, yes, we've got the traditional media that we've got to go after, but we also said we got to go after the new media. But then looking at that, and this is, again, a lot of the stuff, or some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about, it seems like very basic things, but think about it. We did that three-pronged approach where we said, we're going to do an enthusiast media launch. We're going to time it so that our traditional print media guys have the time to get the stories in when the product is available in the store. The last thing we wanted to do, have somebody read about it and not be able to get it. Then we're looking at the new media launch following that and understanding that we really want to tailor this to blogs and those key influencers who are going to be talking online, whether it's video blogs, et cetera, and really begin a dialogue with these influencers in a way that Goodyear never had by treating them like media. And then the enthusiast lifestyle media relations is going beyond just, we were going to invite small numbers of people out to these events. We had to go beyond because this tire also would work for a broader group of people. So, tactical execution here. Our first event is the Enthusiast Media Launch event. We had to appeal to our tuner-focused print media guys and invite them to come out. We figured, what better venue could we do than invite them up to Goodyear in Akron, Ohio? Now, you may all say...
In the
Akron,
winter. No.
But why in the world would we bring them to Akron, Ohio? Well, the point is that's where everything happens for Goodyear, and we wanted to tell a story. We wanted to bring people in to not only just experience the product, but we wanted to tell that story. We wanted them to visit the tech center, meet the people who helped design the product. We wanted to bring them to the test center so that they could see the product, all the rigorous tests that these products go through. Because tires are the Rodney Dangerfield of consumer products. The only time that anybody thinks about tires is usually when something goes wrong. But actually, this is my one public service announcement. I'd ask everybody, since it's Tire Safety Week, please check your air pressure. It's very important. So we wanted to, oh, here we go. Thank you. We wanted to give them the full Goodyear experience. And one of the other unique things that we could do, just make it even more fun, is I'm sure you all have hopefully at some point in time seen the Goodyear blimp. We brought people out to the blimp hangar and give media a ride in the Goodyear blimp. It's one of those things that turns everybody into a kid when they get aboard.
The point there, though, goes back to something that Roger had in his presentation after lunch, the idea of, I think he said, nose under the tent or some other kind of, that's what we did. We say, give them a look behind the curtain. Everybody's got their own way of saying it. I mean, we brought these people to where the tires were developed, the computers on which they're modeled, the machines on which they're tested, the track where we drive them and test them and measure them. So they were there and saw how it all came together. And it makes it for a completely credible story. I mean, it's not the PR people telling the story, it's the engineers, it's the people who designed it, it's the people who test it. Completely credible.
Now, for the new media launch event, we literally went out and spent the time digging to find the right blogs, the right influencers to invite to Goodyear, to have them do this same experience. And I think that's one of the most important things that I can leave you with is take the time. Do your research on these blogs before you invite them out. We have a little bit of benefit. We could talk to our traditional media folks in that same category, talk to them about who were the key influencers, if they had blogs. But we have a rule at CoinPR, we call it the 45-to-1 rule. Before you spend 1 minute pitching a blog, spend 45 minutes on that blog and dig. You want to spend the time not only reading the stories, you want to look at the ads. Who's advertising on it, if there are? Who are they linking to? But one of the most important things is read through the posts. See what kind of community that they're building. What kind of comments are being left? Is it them just promoting their own little things? Is it people coming on just talking about unconnected things? Are they bashing everything that's up there? Factor those in. If it's a good community where the blogger will then reply back to the posts, those are the kind of sites that we were looking for, where there's a good dialogue, where there are a lot of people coming back, interacting. So now, once we determined that, we wanted to invite them up and treat them like regular media, except with a couple key differences, and understanding that they're a little bit of difference. This event, by the way, is a month later, so that even if they filed their stories that same day, there would be product in the stores. Now, the couple differences, we knew that they have a much faster turnaround. There was in all likelihood somebody was going to file their story or tweet about it or post something up that day. So we wanted to make sure that we could handle that, and then also look at their rapid video needs, their turnaround. They're very video heavy, or some of them are. So we looked at, we created a social media press release and literally put them on a little jump drive that greatly looks like the Goodyear blimp, and we're able to hand that out to them. But we were taking pictures during the event. We had all the materials in very easily pulled out formats on a drive that they took with them when they left the event, so that they could literally file a story from their hotel if they wanted to. And we also had Goodyear, wonderful asset here. We had video and camera support on hand at the event. Because understanding that if it's a one-person blog, it's kind of hard to get a picture of yourself driving a car. So, or video. We were able to do stand-up get the video, get the pictures, turn them around and get them to them that day.
And since this event, we've done other events with a real blog focus. You go back and look at Ask Patty, AskPatty.com. They did a video report from our last new product launch just a month or so in May. And I mean, we're now at the point where we will think about where we have a video blogger do a stand-up and stage their report for them with the right kind of backdrop, if they need product for the shot, and then give them the B-roll so they can just put it right in, and it's done before they get to the hotel.